You married Biggie when you wanted Tupac. That's hilarious.
Jaguar Wright has taken aim at Faith Evans, delivering a barrage of truth bombs that left Faith out in the open. With Jaguar's recent revelations about the entertainment industry's dark secrets, she's faced backlash while also claiming to have helped others in need. In her latest interview, Jaguar showed emotion, but didn't shy away from speaking her mind, particularly about Faith Evans, whom she dubbed hilarious in light of the turmoil in Faith's life.
You wanted Grammys, but you settled for ghostwriting for a Mary J. Blige. That's hilarious. You wanted to build real R&B, Divas franchise, and you settled for Stevie J and Mona Scott and Jocelyn Hernandez and The Masked Singer while he films you in your home, disrespecting you. That's hilarious.
Jaguar's statements included poetry-like references, such as suggesting that Biggie's mother preferred Lil Kim for her son, someone who truly loved him. She criticized Faith for settling into a life beneath her talent, highlighting Faith's status as one of the most gifted female artists. But what really grabbed attention was Jaguar's implication that Faith might not know who her child's father is, given her romantic involvement with both Biggie and Tupac around the time she became pregnant.
Hilarious is both of them that I know and kick it with that worked at Death Row, that heard Pac in the booth and took pictures of your very high yellow ass.
Regarding Faith and Biggie's relationship, they met in 1994 during a Bad Boy Records photo shoot and married just 8 days later. Despite Biggie's admission of happiness, their relationship was tumultuous, marked by his infidelity and conflicts, including physical altercations between Faith and Lil Kim, allegedly stemming from Lil Kim's close relationship with Biggie. Faith recounted an incident where she found Biggie and Lil Kim together in bed during the holidays. Despite Biggie's denial of any involvement, these revelations paint a complex picture of their relationship dynamics. There were also allegations that Biggie was abusive towards Faith, but it's unclear if this contributed to her involvement with other men. Reports suggested she had relationships with other men, including Tupac, one of them being Ziddy. Faith defended Diddy when asked if he had any involvement in Biggie's death.
What I know is that Puff would never have Big. Puff would never be involved in one of his best friends. Mm-hmm. That's outside of him being his artist. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm
emphasizing their special relationship.
I know without a doubt that if that's the case, then we would have sued Puff a long time ago.
Right.
If we felt that way. You don't think they haven't tried to get us to do that?
Yeah, I watched
I'm
the
just
episode
saying, you know, in real life, but we know better.
Despite this, many still speculate about Faith's knowledge regarding Biggie's death and her relationship with Diddy. Additionally, there were claims that Faith had a relationship with Tupac while with Biggie, causing strain between the two rappers. Tensions escalated when Faith collaborated with Tupac on a song and was photographed with him, sparking rumors of an affair. When questioned about her involvement in the feud and collaboration with Tupac,
I didn't know Pac was signed to Death Row. You know what I'm saying? So I never would have agreed to do a song with him or go in the studio. When I went to the studio with Pac, when I met him, he said, I want to do a song with you. I told Big, he said, you want to do it? I said, yeah, if you got the money.
Faith claimed she was unaware of his affiliation with Death Row Records or their feud. However, her statements have been met with skepticism, given the widespread knowledge of Tupac's association with Death Row and the ongoing feud.
I mean, even though I didn't really know a lot of the details about what happened, but it was clear that he took a jab at Puff at the Source Awards and stuff like that. But I was pretty oblivious to a whole lot of the things that had gone on prior to that, you know, until probably a few years later, you know what I mean?
Why would Faith need to meet up with Tupac behind her husband's back if she was unaware of their feud? Furthermore, when accusations arose regarding her alleged affair with Tupac, Faith claimed that when it came time for Tupac to pay her the $25,000 owed, he allegedly propositioned her for a sexual favor instead.
Very surprising in an offensive way, for sure. But I mean, by that time, I think it was, you know, it was pretty clear to me that that it, you know, that was all kind of, it seemed to me that was kind of like a plan, you know what I mean? Like, you've been kind of God, like I kind of allowed myself to be played and allow myself to get into this situation because this is totally not how I operate. That ain't how I do business, and that was never even, you know, up for discussion as far as that being an exchange. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it was.
Despite Faith's denials about her knowledge of the feud and her relationship with Tupac, many remain skeptical. It's been suggested that Faith may be lying about her lack of awareness regarding the feud and Tupac's affiliation with Death Row Records, as well as her relationship with Biggie and Diddy. Despite ongoing denials, allegations persist, with multiple sources claiming otherwise.
Now, I ain't one to gossip, but I seen this with my own eye. Faith Evans did screw Tupac. She got in the car with him that night when he left the club.
Additionally, Tupac further fueled the allegations in his diss track, Hit 'Em Up, where he boldly claimed to have been intimate with Faith. Even Biggie himself seemed to allude to the possibility in the song, suggesting that if Faith had twins, they might belong to Tupac. This narrative raises the question, did Faith engage with Tupac as a form of retaliation for Biggie's transgressions against her? Despite vehement denials, many view Faith's persistent refusals as indicative of dishonesty, prompting some to label her a habitual liar. Jaguar Wright, in her candid remarks, implied that Faith's reluctance to address the accusations directly might stem from their validity.
Word response is you looking for someone to let you off the hook for something that you don't want to say. And at the end of the day, it is hilarious.
Moreover, if Faith indeed had relations with Tupac around the time of her pregnancy, it's understandable why some might speculate about the true paternity of her child. In light of these revelations, Jaguar suggests that Faith should follow the example of their cousin Julie McKnight by embracing honesty and addressing her substance abuse issues. Notably, Jaguar highlights Faith's seemingly impaired demeanor in interviews, raising concerns about her state of sobriety. What are your thoughts on Jaguar's claims about Faith's alleged affair with Tupac and subsequent denial? Do you believe Faith's assertions of innocence, or do you think there's truth to the rumors? Share your opinions in the comments below.